All Century 21 real estate offices are independently owned and operated.
This is the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Good morning. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
Good morning, Jackie.
Getting that drone.
How are you?
I was going to try to get out.
No, you're not cutting me out.
I was trying to get that cut out. I am doing exceptionally well today. How are you?
Good. Now, my drone weather?
Yeah, are you getting the drone fired up, polished, dusted off?
Ready to go anytime.
Yeah, anytime. All right. So for all our new listings that are coming on the market.
God, we need more listings.
We need listings, yes. We have with us for the second week in a row, Dawn Hanson, credit specialist with United Credit Education Services. Hello.
Hello. Good morning, and thank you for having me here.
Thanks for being here. We're going to continue our discussion on your program and the products that you offer. We had a great show last week, and we're going to continue that this week, breaking down a lot of the products that you offer in this program. We're here every Saturday at 11 a.m., Sunday at 11:30 a.m., where we discuss many real estate topics. We have a full-time real estate office, many relentless realtors who've been guiding, assisting, and advising clients in real estate matters for 50 years.
Wow.
We are a quality service award-winning office continuously year after year with Century 21. We're very proud of that. It's an exceptional honor.
Wow, 50 years you've been getting awards. That's great. During the week, feel free to email us with any questions you have at questions@jruddy.com. That's questions@jruddy.com. Or you can give us a call at 570-344-6724. And when you're at jruddy.com, click on the webcam tab across the top of the pages. We have a roof camera where you get a live view of Dunmore Corners. And believe it or not, we get thousands of hits a month on that. We're featured on Weather Nation TV. I mean, we get hits. There's a map I can look at. They come from all over the world, the hits. It's unbelievable.
Check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and Pinterest. View our listings, search the MLS listings, and listen to archive radio shows by going to jruddy.com. jruddy.com. And our latest and greatest information, who doesn't like a podcast, right, Pat? Podcasts are popular these days, and the Real Estate Roundtable is now offered on many popular podcast apps. Search for the Real Estate Roundtable with Jackie Ruddy. You'll see us. Rate us, subscribe, and if you can share it to, social media, maybe your family and friends can find some useful information. What you listen to matters, and it tells me, what you want to hear more about. So it's a really good gauge for me to understand what our listeners want to learn and listen and hear about. So keep on subscribing and rating and following and listening to the podcast, and we'll hear what you have to say. All right, Dawn Hanson, credit specialist, United Credit Education Services. We're talking about your program, and becoming a member is easy to do. Safeguarding assets, protecting finances, and restoration of credit, very important. And you can continue to monitor it, and it's so essential once you get to the credit score that you want to get to, that you maintain it.
Absolutely. Yeah, so it's not just about putting a Band-Aid on it. You can repair your credit, and then you could end up down the road, right back in the same situation. So
it's a lot like weight loss.
Right? It certainly is, right? If you don't make it a habit, you don't educate yourself about how to maintain, that weight loss, certainly.
That ideal number.
Right?
Whether exactly. It's weight or credit, that ideal number.
You got it. You can relate it perfectly that way. And yeah, it really is about the education and making sure that people truly understand, where they stand financially, how they can continue to keep that good credit score once we help them achieve that, helping them budget. I know I need a budget in place. We're all guilty of spending more than we really should be. And then, at the end of the month, you look and, oh, wow, I think I spent a little more than what actually came in this month, So helping with that, obviously the credit restoration is, what draws most people in to begin with, wanting to be able to purchase a home and not able to do that because their credit score is lacking. Or maybe they want to get a better rate on their mortgage. So even if they're able to obtain a mortgage, you can certainly get a better rate, not only on your mortgage, but your insurance rates, based off of your credit, auto loans, things of that nature. So
my credit cards, I use my credit card for everything now, pretty much. But I get the bill at the end of the month. I pay the whole thing off. Now, if I don't pay that whole thing off, like if I leave just $10 on that, I get charged for the whole interest for the whole amount of that, because Jackie had a thing.
I made a mistake. I will admit it. I made a mistake. And this was recent. I was horrified. So my bill was X amount of dollars and 65 cents, right? I didn't round it up. I forgot about the 65 cents. I was charged over $30 of interest. Yeah.
Really?
Because they charge her for the whole amount because she didn't pay the bill.
And I'm one of those that pays the bill all at once.
Wow.
I don't stretch it out. So, I missed the 65 cents. I was so ready to blame the bank because sometimes they don't read my writing correctly because it's, what is it, Pat?
I no comment. Okay, no
chicken
comment.
scratch.
It's chicken scratch. Yeah.
She should have been a doctor.
I don't. Right. Okay. So,
but that's some ways they get you.
Yeah. I mean, maybe you need to look into a different credit card company.
well, I did threaten that when I was calling hunting down my interest. I was like, and they did reimburse me. And my son looked at me. He's 15, and he said, "You spent how much time reversing $30
worth of,
hey, $30 is $30.
But that's with the credit cards. People say, I do this, I'm going to get a point. I'm going to get points for using my credit card. And then they don't pay the bill off completely. And now, instead of getting 1%, 2%, 3% back, you're paying 10% interest for that money. So it's like a bait and switch.
Yeah, I mean, it can certainly snowball, which is why education is, a huge part of it. But a lot of people, when they're getting credit cards, if they don't have any credit built up, in the past, a lot of times they think, I'm going to get this card and I'm going to pay it right off. And that actually doesn't help you, oddly enough, because you're showing that you don't really need the credit. So they want to see that you actually need it and you carry a little bit of a balance. So I'm not sure how, the interest with the credit cards works. So I would imagine that it varies between credit cards. But, being able to pay it off right away is great, but is it really helping you build credit down the road? And same thing with closing accounts that you're not using, because the length of your credit is a big factor in in your credit score. So if you have a card that you've had for 20 years, if you don't use it, just leave it on there. If you close that, you're erasing all of that history that you need, and that's a positive thing towards your credit.
Well, and also opening up a ton of different credit is not good either.
No, and I mean, obviously, over years you're going to have. So it's not even a matter of you have so many different things. If you do it all at once, obviously that's going to negatively impact your credit score. If one of the things they're looking at is your revolving balance. So the amount of credit that you have to spend versus the amount that you're actually using. And they say to keep it about 30% or under. So as long as you're 30% or under, it's not going to affect you too much negatively. Once you cross over that line, then that's where it's going to affect you. So, my husband, he doesn't like when the credit cards increase his limit. He calls him and says, no, don't increase my limit, because that increases your spending power. And it can be dangerous, if you're not aware.
I don't pay attention. I don't even want to think about that because you're right. It could lead into this dark hole.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, because we just have to have this today, and I have a credit card and,
dangerous.
but it can be helpful though. If they're increasing your spending limits, as long as you're not crossing over, into like a bad territory, it's actually, lessening what your ratio is, as long as you're not continuing to spend to go over top of that ratio. So, yeah.
All right. So the 12 products that you offer: budgeting, credit restoration, credit builder, credit attorney, credit monitoring, debt payoff, financial lockbox, identity monitoring, net worth, savings goal, will and trust, and a family mint. Let's talk about the credit attorney. What's that about?
So Debt harassment.
Oh.
You know, those creditors that call you and leave messages and call you outside of the times that they're supposed to be calling you, and they call you nonstop, or, you know, you have credit reporting errors that.
Are they like the car warranty people?
Yet
all the
realtors,
time.
yet realtors are telemarketers,
You're not.
right? So when we call somebody, we're considered under the telemarketer, potential spam.
Really?
Mm-hmm. But these people,
Funny how that
Right.
works.
Yeah,
Funny.
but a debt collector is not. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. This is my ADD kicking in here.
No, it's okay. So yeah, so the attorneys come into play, you know, when we've done everything that we can on our end, and you know, just like in other situations, they're just not budging, and there's something that really needs to be pushed. That's kind of where the credit attorney comes into play, and then just everything that's offered within this program is so amazing. You know, as I mentioned before, my credit is good, but all of the rest of this is just awesome. And it's still good to be able to keep an eye on your credit because, you know, as you are, maybe you're using your credit card here and there, you know, it's telling you, well, now you have a charge here. Here's when your payments due. As long as you hook your accounts up and all that kind of stuff, it's going to help you monitor when your bills are due. It's going to, give you an idea of what your percentage, that ratio we just talked about. As long as you input all your information in there, that's going to give you the most accurate reading of where you stand with your credit and your financial situation. Financial Lockbox is great because that's houses everything from your insurance policies to your credit cards and your bank accounts. Of course, you have to use it and make sure all of your information is in there. It's stored in a secure location in case, God forbid, you have a fire and all of your stuff, is burned up in there. No one saves. What are you going to do? You can log into your accounts, or then you're going to have to call this place and that place and remember, this and that. It's all right there, in one spot. So, I think that that's great. And the identity monitoring, I've heard, actually,
that's huge.
I have a friend that's had her identity stolen like multiple times, which is crazy. I can't even think about
it's devastating.
The devastation that comes from that, like you said. And they say as your credit score increases, you're more prone to that.
You're a better target.
Exactly.
I want to get somebody who's got a good credit score, not a crappy one.
Right. Because what are you going to get from that? But with this identity monitoring, you can monitor also your email, your social media, and the dark web, which I think is huge because how many people do you get these random messages from your so-called friends or new friend requests from people you've already been friends with, and right away that someone's hacked into their account. I pay
$20 a month for credit monitoring.
Do you?
Just by itself.
Yeah. So, great stuff in here. It's the will and trust alone. To go to an attorney and be able to, to have someone do that for you can cost quite a bit of money. And this is built right in. It's an easy step-by-step program. They send the will and trust to you once you fill everything out, and then you get it notarized and signed. And I just did mine, and I'm happy because I didn't have one up till now. I have 4 children. What happens if...
What happens if?
We don't like
to think
case.
About if.
No, but you have to prepare.
Yeah,
and if you're not, it's bad news. So.
And the Family Mint is an online money management and goal setting application, right?
Yes, this is the Youth Financial Literacy Family Mint. So educating our children about finances is so big. And it's something that is not taught in school. They just don't teach it. And it's something that needs to be taught. So this is a program that educates the kids about finances. It gives them something to look forward to. They can do goals. You can do allowance through there. They have a program. They can actually come into the school. So if, there's anyone out there that wants this program in their school, please let me know and we can work on getting that in there. I would like to get it into my kids' schools as well. Middle school through high school. Actually, $2 from every protection plan goes towards supporting this education program and scholarships. So hundreds of thousands of dollars each year are awarded in scholarships through this program, which I think is amazing.
That's neat. Yeah, our son, when he was in elementary school, they brought in people to talk about vaping, and they did a drug and alcohol abuse program several weeks long. Why not talk about, financial future and things that they could do?
Yeah, to position themselves for a good start. Because, I remember back when I graduated high school, I went into college, and what was the first thing they did? They had somebody from a credit card company sitting right outside the library. Or not the library, I apologize. The bookstore. You have to get your books, right? They had someone right outside the bookstore sign up for a credit card. We'll give you, $500 and a free T-shirt. And
you got the T-shirt, DC.
Wow.
Yeah. DC still has the T-shirt, yeah.
And
as a reminder.
And college kids, and especially if their parents weren't financially savvy and weren't able to teach them that. I know my mom, she didn't have the best track record when it comes to finances and things of that nature. And so it's like you kind of have to figure it out on your own if nobody's teaching you. Those college students are such an easy target. So if they were taught, in middle school and high school, that gives them plenty of time to prepare and to really put a good thing in place before they're not as, apt to yes, I'm going to get a credit card and then I'm going to, buy pizza every night.
If they understand the consequences and they aren't so eager because it's it feels free.
Yeah.
And that exact same thing happened to me when I was in college, and I'll never forget it. And it taught me a valuable lesson. I was 18 years old. I got a credit card, and I went out and I spent $500. Well, that could to me that was,
and that's usually your limit, right? As a student.
But when I got that bill and I realized, and it took me a long time to pay it off. I was in school and I did some part-time jobs here and there, but to make that kind of money back then, we won't say when, but that was huge.
Yeah.
And I never ever treated that credit card the same ever again. I actually cut it up and I forgot, I wouldn't let myself ever, because I hated that feeling of that being in debt.
Burden.
Yeah, I was bad with it too. When I got credit cards when I was younger, I had a few of them. I ran them right up. I was like, yeah.
And then the credit card companies, they keep offering them to you. I remember I was in a lot of credit card debt way back when, and I thought and here I'm like, oh, I'll just apply for another credit card, and here
they transfer the balance.
They kept giving it to me, and I was like, these people aren't very smart.
They want you hooked.
But yeah, that's just how it works.
Dawn Hansen, credit specialist with United Credit Education Services. How does someone get in touch with you?
You can call or text me at 570-795-4045.
Thank you, Dawn. Pat?
Yes, we have a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style home. It's at 115 Dunmore Street in Troop for $174,000. This beloved family home, it sits on a 40 by 140 lot. It's got low taxes of less than $2,000 a year. It's got a new roof, beautiful hardwood floors, a first-floor laundry. It also has a large finished basement that could be a family room or a rec room. It's got a large backyard with a patio. You could use it for entertaining or just enjoy the privacy in the backyard. That's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style home at 115 Dunmore Street in Troop for $174,000. That's listed by Kristen Barone of our office.
Thank you, Pat. Stay with the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21, Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM, The Talker. We'll be right back.
Who are Century 21 agents? They're high-tech gizmo-packing problem solvers with an appetite for getting things done. They know the best places to buy a home, to sell a home, and to find antiques, if you're into that kind of thing. They're weatherproof, foolproof, and proof positive that smart people doing good work can make big things happen for great folks like you. Oh, and there's one nearby. This is who they are. This is what they do. Century 21 agents. Smarter, bolder, faster. Each office is independently owned and operated.
Hi, this is Jackie Ruddy from Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. Is real estate on your mind? It's on ours 24/7. Whether you're buying, selling, investing, or in need of an appraisal, you have questions, we have answers.
Thinking of buying or selling a house and have questions? Tune in to the Real Estate Roundtable hosted by locally owned and operated Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on Saturday mornings at 11 and Sunday mornings at 11:30.
Call 570-344-6724. or visit jruddy.com. That's JRUDDY.com. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. I'm Jackie Ruddy, broker, and with my husband, fellow realtor, Pat Devaney.
And we're back.
And we're back with Dawn Hanson, credit specialist with United Credit Education Services. Dawn, we've been talking about credit restoration and the program that you offer. Can we review the costs again, please?
Yes, absolutely. So the standard cost is $99 for a initial startup fee, and then it's $89 a month after that. However, for anyone listening to the show, I'm offering that that one-time cost at a discount of $49. So $49 plus the $89 for your first payment of $138, and then it's $89 a month after that. You can cancel at any time. And we actually do have a customer referral program, which I forgot to mention. But if you are part of the program and, you refer 5 people who decide to, use the program as well, that kind of pays for your monthly costs. So it's a nice little incentive for people.
And one thing I think is an excellent point that you reviewed with us last week is the rental.
Yes, Credit My Rent. So for those of you that are renters, and most people are, the ones that are looking to purchase a home, and you have that positive rent history, we can actually add that to your credit report for an additional $9.95 a month, or you can go back up to a year or 2 years for a particular setup fee that we can discuss if that's what you're interested in. But it just can offer a huge boost to your credit. Being able to add that positive the positive rent history is such a big deal, because normally, especially if you're paying just an average landlord, or you're not within a huge complex, that typically doesn't show up on your report. So, but it's usually the one bill that does get paid every month. So we want to make sure that
you pay the rent first.
right. So you have a roof over your head. We want to make sure that we're highlighting those positive things and helping increase the score in that way as well. So that's a great option for those that do rent, to be able to add that to their score and boost their score that way as well.
I want to completely shift gears now, and you have a very unique concept, an incentivized giving program, UA Legacy Grants. Can you tell me about those? What is that about?
Yes, UA Legacy Grants, it's a not-for-profit organization that places giving first. So there are 3 main ways that UA can help individuals and organizations. Their goal is to move toward financial wellness and abundance. So you can participate as a donor. You can have an organization that uses the program for fundraising, or you can be a recipient, being in need. You can be an individual as a recipient. Businesses are struggling as well, so you can actually be a business as a recipient, or a nonprofit can be a recipient of these grants as well. So the way that it works is each month you would end up, if you submit the application, it's reviewed, and there's no financial, you don't have to put any financial information in there. They're just going, truly on the honor system that you are in need, and this could really change your life. And they're just looking to help people. You would receive a monthly payment, so it's not a one-time lump sum, which we know can be dangerous for some people. With our, when we all got our stimulus checks, how long did that last us? So, this offers a monthly income that starts off smaller and it increases gradually over time. The one thing that's nice with this is that it also offers a college scholarship program. So each eligible family member can receive up to 1 full year of tuition paid for at one of 400 participating colleges. That's huge. I mean, really, because colleges are not getting any cheaper. I can tell you that much. But it's just amazing to be able to help people in need. I have some people that applied and were accepted into the grant program as a recipient. They've started receiving their payments. And, even as little as it is to start off with, that's dinner for a night or two. That's money you didn't have before. And, being able to put people in a better financial situation, get them a little bit more stable. So it kind of goes hand in hand with the credit where, helping you get your bills in line and pay down your debt and all that kind of thing. And then once you're situated, I really feel that the more that people had to give, the more they would give. I know I would give everything if I could. I've 4 children, so I have to keep some to myself. But no, it's really just a great program to be able to help those in need. And then anyone that's really interested in being a part of the program to
and making
offer
a difference
that assistance
in
to
somebody's
people as
lives
well.
that are struggling. But how does someone get into this?
Yeah.
There's a website that I would direct you to. And I would say I would like to speak to someone first, probably, just to kind of give them a little bit more background. And so if you would want to call or text me at 570-795-4045, and we can discuss it a little bit more. Or you can shoot me your email address through text, and I can, send the link that way. It's a very simple application. There is a video on the website as well. And, you can just check it out, see what you think. But shoot me a text with, with an email address, or actually if you're texting, then I can just shoot the link through that way. And that's
so this is for either a donor or somebody that is in financial need.
Yeah.
Either way.
Either one.
Okay.
My husband and I participate as donors. But we have been able to help those in need, and it's really fulfilling to be able to do that. But as the incentivized giving, the donors actually get some incentives as well. So they will earn some money as well. But you don't have to sell anything. It's just they're rewarding you for wanting to, for being a donor and for helping others in financial need as well. So.
Okay. Dawn Hansen, credit specialist with United Credit Education Services. Once again, your phone number, please.
570-795-4045.
Thank you. Pat?
Yes, we have a lot of land in Scranton. It's at the corner of Wheeler and Ash Street for $295,000. This was formerly the site of Hiles Bar. And in real estate, there's a saying, it's location, location, location. And this is the one. This lot, it measures 120 by 109. It has many possibilities for future businesses, or you could even use it for housing. This property is only blocks from Dunmore on busy Wheeler Avenue. That's a 120 by 109 lot on Wheeler Avenue and Ash Street in Scranton for $295,000, and that's listed by Karen Kashuba of our office.
Thank you, Pat. As per Realtor.com, 10 best places to work remotely during the pandemic.
My basement.
1, Syracuse, New York. 2, Akron, Ohio. 3, Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
4, New Haven, Connecticut. 5, El Paso, Texas. 6, New Orleans, Louisiana. 7, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 8, Providence, Rhode Island. 9, Des Moines, Iowa. 10, St. Louis, Missouri. We're out of time. Thanks for tuning in to the Real Estate Roundtable with Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate on 94.3 FM The Talker. Remember to check us out next Saturday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. In today's real estate market, there's no doubt buying and selling a home is complicated. It can be thrilling and exciting too. Hi, I'm Jackie Ruddy from Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate. And when it comes to real estate, you need to be confident you're making the right decisions. I am confident we have what it takes to help you make those right decisions. Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate has been helping buyers and sellers for over 40 years. So we've invested the time to know and understand the market. We're great listeners, skilled negotiators, and we focus on every detail, giving you the highest level of service. Call Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate today, 344-6724, or visit jruddy.com. Plus, tune in to the Real Estate Roundtable every Saturday at 11
11 a.m. and Sunday at 11:30 a.m. on 94.3 FM, The Talker. Don't go it alone. Call 344-6724 for Century 21 Jack Ruddy Real Estate.